Hello, my name is Ken Milbury with Lunada Bay Tile. I'm the Director of Technical Services, and welcome to our video on how to pull paper face. So now that we've actually set our glass tile, we've waited about 20 to 30 minutes to let the actual thin set cure a little bit to the substrate. As you can see, it's still pliable, but we know that we got a little workability. I always say, paper equals patience. And what I mean by that is don't try to oversaturate or over-wet the paper. Actually, just lightly apply water with a sponge to the surface of the paper. As you can see, I'm actually rinsing out my sponge. I don't want a lot of water to get into the actual grout joints because that's going to degrade or compromise our set. So we're just lightly applying water. And remember, if you're working in production, you're going to actually go out and set some sheets out in front of you, and then you're going to come back and wet. So basically you get in a pattern of setting and wetting, and then the next step will be pulling. We're going to wait till this paper gets good and saturated and relaxed, and then we're going to start our pull. You're going to want to go over the paper 2 or 3 times, lightly. Let the water do its job. Again, do not oversaturate. When all the paper becomes a uniform color like it is here, and you can start seeing it welt a little bit, that's about the time we want to start pulling our paper. Now remember, we have just set 30 minutes ago, so we're going to actually start pulling our paper immediately. So you're going to grab a corner, and you're going to want to keep your fingers low to the paper as possible and pull the glass against it at a 45-degree angle. If you're new to pulling paper and you're not sure if it's ready or not, and you're just not, you're a little worried, you've never done this, there is a technique that has been used, and I've used it before when I'm working on a wall, is I'll actually take my steel float and I'll actually put a little bit of pressure on it, and I'll slide it back across the glass, and this keeps it in place. Now at this time, I would have one guy ahead of me, okay, coming back to make the adjustments. So he can actually, basically with 2 people working in tandem, one can go back and see if we've got full coverage under the tile, if there's any tiles that we don't like that don't fit in it, or we want to make any adjustments. This is the time to do it. And as you can see, as I actually let the paper soak, it got a lot easier. So what are the characteristics of Lunada Bay glass tile? It's an artistic handmade glass. And in the tile, you might find some variations. In this one, I actually see a crack. So because we pulled our paper, we're going to be able now to go in and pull this cracked piece of glass that had a little chip right here, because you don't want to actually leave it there and then grout it into place. You're going to want to just take one of the tiles that you took off the sheet earlier. You're going to want to back butter it because we do want to make sure we have full coverage to the back of this tile since we pulled it. And then we're going to want to place it back in our set. Now what this does is this makes sure that when we grout, we're not going to have to pull tiles or do any excessive type of cleaning or grouting cleanup. The biggest advantage of paper face tile is to be able to make adjustments during your set and not the day after. If we had to do this the day after, we're actually going to have to rip the tile off the board, and it's not going to be as easy as we just did. Thank you for watching another Lunada Bay Tile tutorial video.